So before we move on to the entry models and 5 seconds entry and then putting everything together to take trades and my day-to-day analysis and process of taking trades, I want to talk a bit about understanding each pair. So this is a very important aspect, because another thing that really escalated and improved my trading was that for all the 5 years that I traded, I only focused at a pair at once. So my first 2-3 years, I only focused on first pair I actually traded was GBP JPY. And then the next pair I started trading was gold. So for 2 years, every single day, I just watched the gold. And that was it. I watched gold every single day and I started trading that pair. Why? Because I just liked the fact that it moves very, very fast and it did respect my strategy very, very well. So I traded gold every single day. Made most of my money with gold, scalping intraday, and then eventually I stepped a little bit away from gold because my trading style and my personality now doesn't really match the aggressiveness of gold. So I prefer to switch to other pairs that I can trade easily. But the important aspect that you need to understand is you need to focus on one pair at a single moment in your life. A lot of traders focus on multiple pairs. They trade 5, 10, 15 pairs. That's okay if you want to swing trade. So if you want to just trade on a 4-hour time frame, yeah, you can watch multiple pairs. But if you trade intraday like we do, it's best to just focus on one pair, really master it, understand how it moves, because that's the important thing. Every single pair moves different. It moves different. It takes liquidity differently. It moves at certain times. It moves in a certain session. It has a basic range of pips that it moves, certain patterns that it respects, certain entry patterns that you can spot, certain points it reacts from, and so on. So there's a lot of variables on every single pairs that it respects. Gold respects something, EURUSD respects something else, GU respects something completely different. I will go over each pair that I trade individually in separate videos. I'm going to do breakdowns of every single pair that I trade. So the conclusion is that you need to select one pair if you're just starting out trading. Focus on one pair. I do recommend to either trade a pair that I trade. So if you're in this mentorship, EURUSD, GBP/USD or gold. Or you can go for GBP JPY, Euro JPY, AUD USD, something that really matches your personality. Trading needs to fit your personality perfectly in order to become profitable and a good trader. If you're trying to trade aggressive, say on 1 minute and take a lot of trades, but you're really an aggressive person also, so you're not patient, then that's just not gonna work. You're gonna end up losing money. But if you are, let's say, an aggressive and impatient person, which, for example, I am, I need to trade something that basically nullifies that aggressiveness. So I need to trade on the higher time frames. I need to trade slower pairs just to force myself not to get into over trading and over risking. So you need to understand, first of all, how you are as a person, but we're gonna probably already have that in the psychology section. You need to understand how you are as a person before moving on to basically selecting your pair. If you like to be more calm, you can go for EURUSD, GBP/USD, EURUSD, Euro JPY, AUD USD. If you want to be more aggressive, you can go for pairs like gold, GJ. But from my experience, trading dollar pairs can be rewarding and can also be frustrating. A lot of traders now in the trading community only trade EURUSD and GBP/USD and gold, which can be a problem. I'm looking at other pairs, maybe indices or something else that I can add that not a lot of people trade and can move more clean, because if a lot of retails trade a certain pair like EURUSD, it's just gonna get manipulated much more. But because I spent so much time mastering these pairs, it's very hard to move on to a new pair and start the process again. So I'd rather just trade less on the pairs that I know, such as EURUSD, GBP/USD or gold. So select one pair that you want to focus on at first, master it. Master it means you know where price is heading tomorrow, you know where price can head next week, you know where price was last year, you know what price is going to do overnight, you just know everything about price. Now if I don't look at the chart on EURUSD and I get a piece of paper, I can draw the chart exactly how it happened for the past 7, 14 days, even 1 month. I can draw every move that it happened just because I know and I understand how it moves, because I've studied it a lot. So that's what I recommend you guys. And then from there, you can add multiple pairs. It's easier to trade EURUSD, GBP/USD, gold, AUD USD, pairs that end with USD, because they're all correlated together and they're all depending on the dollar. So if dollar moves bullish, then all the USD pairs are probably going to move bearish. It's easier to correlate them because sometimes you see EURUSD and gold moving really bullish, but GU is just struggling to find that momentum. So because you already missed a move on EURUSD and gold, but GU is still at the entry, you trade GU and you can take a trade and it's going to delay it a bit and it's gonna go in your direction. So it's just extra confidence that you can have in that. As I said, you can choose any pair, just go over the pairs, see what fits you the most, what you like most, what has clear moves. I will go over each pair individually. So EURUSD, GBPUSD, Gold, and US30 that I trade. I used to trade AUDUSD as well, but that pair just got really slow, so there's no point in trying to trade something that's just ranging. I do like Gold because it moves fast and it also trends a lot. EURUSD moves slower, has a lot of manipulation, and I'm starting to dislike it to be honest. And GU moves a lot more cleaner than EURUSD. So if you're just starting out, I would recommend go for GU because it moves nice. And another important thing is you need to have good spreads. So EURUSD, a lot of people trade EURUSD because it has the best spreads on every broker. You usually have 0 spread on EURUSD, which is very nice. And your price also moves very slow, so you can have tight stop losses. You can manage the trade really good. You can use higher lots without the risk of getting really slipped or just in a big loss. GU has a bigger spread. You can have even 2 pips, and Gold, Gold has a bigger spread. So also risk percentage is a big factor of that. You also have commission. So EURUSD, if you trade a 2 pip stop loss with 60 lots, you're gonna have a big commission. That's why I don't really recommend trading that big of lots, especially on funded accounts. Our focus will be to leverage funded accounts and understand how to pass them, how to trade on them. But yeah, that's why I do recommend trading dollar pairs. Once you have a clear bias for dollar, then all the other pairs follow it. And then you just need to find the perfect pair that has the best entry to basically enter on and go on from there. So it's way easier for me, and because you focus on the same pairs every single day, process is going to get a lot easier than switching pairs. I know some traders, when they start out, they jump from pair to pair. They trade EURUSD for a week, then they trade Gold for a week, then they trade US30 for a week, then they trade GBP JPY for a week, and it doesn't really work like that. There is no magic pair that moves clean. It's just understanding how every pair that you trade moves, and you can anticipate the moves it has. But I will go over each pair and what I noticed and what I noted down individually in basically I think the last chapter, and you'll understand how every single pair moves. But just wanted to do this quick video to basically explain you why it's important to choose the right pairs and focus on them every single day until you know them like the back of your palm.